Hi, my name's Emma, and let's talk spooky stuff. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Scream Month. That's what I'm dubbing this month. I'm so excited to see Scream. But this video is not about Scream. This is about video on demand, which is what VOD means. So this is about films that you can stream at home this month. I've got some interesting horrors and thrillers this month. Some I didn't even know existed, which sometimes turn out to be the best films of the year. Is it too early to say that? Probably. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. We're almost at 100k and I can say it now. We're definitely gonna hit it this year. It's gonna happen. I'm very excited. And if you'd like to get a lot of recommendations and be part of the community with me, I would love to have you here. If you did not know, I do have a Patreon as well. That is always linked below. But without further ado, let's jump into some of the films you should know about this month. And as always, I'm gonna start with the one I'm most excited about. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. As a thriller and satire lover, I am so excited for this one, but I was thrown when I found out it was a mini-series, as I assumed it would be a movie. Starring Kristen Bell, this 8-episode series is about a woman on the edge who believes she witnessed a murder, but could it be just in her mind? It's an obvious play on The Woman in the Window, The Girl on the Train, basically all of those middle-aged, wine-drinking white women who are in murder mystery thrillers. This show takes the mickey out of the quirks and the cliches of those films. Although a tip from me is to stay off the IMDb page, because I was looking around, looking at the run times, looking at how many episodes, and I did see something that changed how I view this TV show. I think there's a little bit more in store than we expected. So stay away from that. I didn't see any hardcore spoilers, thank God, but I'm very excited to see this one. It's coming out on Netflix on the 28th of January. Nocturna Side A and Side B is finally getting a wide release this January. This film has been impossible to watch anywhere outside of Argentina. Side A is called The Great Old Man's Night, and it follows a man on his final night who fights for redemption from his misdeeds. Side B is called Where Elephants Go to Die, and this embarks on an aesthetically opposite experimental twist to the same story. I've heard a lot of buzz from South America about these horror thrillers for the last few months, so I'm very excited to check them out on January the 18th. They'll be available on DVD and VOD rental platforms such as Amazon Prime, Google Play, Vimeo, and Vudu. So keep an eye out on the 18th and please let me know if you want me to do a review. Next, See For Me. This one is pretty interesting because I believe it's based off the Be My Eyes app, which is an application that allows people who are visually impaired to connect with people who can see to help them with tasks. I know about this application because my partner uses it to help others, and this seems like a blatant copy of that idea, but I'm very much intrigued. Canadian thriller See For Me follows Sophie, a vision impaired woman who is cat sitting in a secluded mansion when intruders strike. Now using an app to connect her to a stranger, she must rely on them to help her get out alive. This is a very interesting concept and it will hit VOD rental platforms on the 7th of January. Servant is back for season 3 and I could not be more excited. If you have seen the Apple TV Plus show, it's a bizarre ride where we follow a couple who are in mourning after a horrific accident changes their life. Now they open their doors to a nanny to step in and help out, unaware that she also harbors darkness. Season 2 was double as bizarre as the first, so I'm very excited to see what they have in store for season 3. The first episode will hit Apple TV Plus on the 21st of January. The Freefall hits VOD platforms on the 14th of January. Starring Andrea Londo and everyone's favorite Animorph, Shawn Ashmore, the movie is about a girl who attempts to take her own life. But after the accident, she can't remember anything. Now she must wrestle with her memories to understand the truth. The film does look highly predictable, but at the same time, it looks really unsettling. Let me know if you're keen to check this one out. The next film I know people will be excited for, The Last Thing Mary Saw. This is a period piece set in 1843, where in the dead of winter, a young woman called Mary is suspected of a mysterious murder in her family. We now go back to the start with her as she recounts the story. We learn about her deeply religious family where the true tragedy comes to light. The cast for this one looks really amazing. Isabel Furman, Rory Culkin, and Stephanie Scott. I am really stoked on this one. The Last Thing Mary Saw hit Shudder on the 20th of January. I will probably review this one, but let me know if you want to see it. In 2022, we are still finally getting films that were held from 2020. Stoker Hills is a horror mystery thriller starring horror legend Tony Todd. The film premiered at a digital film festival in November, but it's now finally getting a wide release. You may have heard of this horror from its working title, Streetwalkers. This one is set in the town of Stoker Hills, and the film is about 3 college students who find themselves in a waking nightmare when they attempt to film a horror movie but are kidnapped. Now, with the footage that they recorded as the only link to their whereabouts, 2 detectives must find them before it's too late. To be honest, this one gives me Spiral vibes, but we will see. The film drops on rental platforms such as Vudu on the 14th. As a bonus, we have 2 horror documentaries that are hitting Shudder this month. They were available on other streaming platforms before, more rental platforms, but soon they will be on Shudder. So if you have that platform, you may find this helpful. Folk horror fans, listen up. You'll want to pay attention to Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, a history of folk horror. This is a 3-hour documentary that features examples of over 200 films and interviews with over 50 filmmakers, authors, and scholars, including actor, writer, director Alice Lowe, who I love. From Wicker Man through to Witchfinder General, this documentary is an insight into the subgenre and a tribute to cult horror films everywhere. This hit Shudder on the 10th of January. And the other documentary is the Boris Karloff one, and this is the man behind The Monster. This one moves to Shudder on the 27th of January. Obviously one of the most fascinating film stars of all time. I'm really keen to see what they include in this feature. The documentary explores his life before he's debuted, as well as his legacy as a cinema legend. This is one of the most inspiring men in classic horror, and I can't wait to see a tribute to his work. So that's what we have for streaming platforms this month. Let me know what films you're excited to check me out, and let me know if you know of any others, what they are, if they're thriller or horror. I can't wait to hear about them. I can't wait to see Scream. I know I keep talking about it, but it's so close. So I will have a few videos on that this month. But first, we're going to talk about my top 10 of 2021. That video will be coming up. And please let me know if you want to see a non-horror top of 2021. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you have not subscribed, I would love to have you here. And thank you to everyone who watches, likes, and shares my videos. It really does help. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye.